Hi, I'm your 5 minutes friend Charles G. Puri, and I'm welcoming you to the 10th edition of the program 5 Minutes Talk. 5 Minutes Talk is brought to you by Light to Youth, helping youth in their walk with God. I'm very glad that you're joining me for the 10th edition. In today's edition of the program, we are going to be looking at the life of my favorite Bible character, Joseph. Let's start. When you think Joseph, you think a man of integrity. Joseph, a man of integrity. But why would Joseph be considered a man of integrity? He lived a life of integrity. What helped him to do so? Wow, his perseverance, his patience, his willingness to suffer. Remember, Joseph was sold as a slave. When he was sold as a slave, Joseph did not give in to the temptations around him. He stood for God. He continued to do what was right. And Joseph was later accused falsely, but he did not still give in to the temptations that were knocking at his door. Joseph was then put in prison. Yet still, Joseph maintained his character. He maintained his integrity. Joseph was forgotten in prison, but he still maintained who he was, his character, doing what pleases God. And this really helped Joseph to maintain his integrity, to live a life of integrity. So Joseph living a life of integrity didn't have to worry about what he did when people were not around or when people were around. He didn't have to worry that his boss would get to know what he did in his absence or what he did in his work absence. So he was that man that lived one life both in private and in public. He was not living a double standard life. And one other thing that really stands out about my favorite Bible character is his humility. Remember when Pharaoh told him, well, you can interpret dreams, so interpret this. So he told Pharaoh, not me but God. And after interpreting the dream, he became second in command. Yet still, Joseph maintained his humility. He did not misuse his power, but he remained humble. Joseph was a man who was trustworthy, who was faithful in whatsoever he did. Joseph in the house of Potiphar, he was put in charge of every other thing. Potiphar trusted him, and he was faithful to his master, even to the extent when Potiphar's wife said, I want to sleep with you. He declined in faithfulness to first to God and then to his master. And even when he was put in prison, Joseph was still put in charge of his fellow prisoners. That is not the main point here, but the fact that the prison warden didn't care to really double check whatever or cross check whatever Joseph did, because he was a man of integrity. People didn't have to bother about what he did, even in their absence. Yeah. And another thing that really stands out about my favorite Bible character is something I have to learn from is forgiveness. Joseph was willing to forgive his brethren after they have sold him into slavery. And he also was willing to offer them a step to reconciliation. But he had to find out whether they have really repented. So he did this by asking them to leave their brother Benjamin as slave in Egypt while they returned home free. But Judah was like, no, we can't. You take me as a slave instead. I can't allow my brother to stay here. I can stay here, yes. Let my brother go with the other people to our father as a free man. That means stay here as a slave. Now, Joseph realized that while these people have repented, now he was willing and ready to offer them reconciliation. And which he did. He offered them reconciliation. And another thing that really stands out about Joseph, not only did he help people in abundance. He helped people while he was, with nothing, like while he lacked. So he was willing to help people. So we should not say we have nothing that so we can help people. No, we should be like Joseph. Even in prison, he was willing and ready to minister to the people with him in prison. That's something that really stands out about Joseph. So we have to be. But remember what really helped Joseph to live a life of integrity? His perseverance. So we should be waiting and ready to persevere. That is, we should be willing to stand alone. We should be willing to suffer. We should be willing to even hurt other people when it comes to doing what is right. Thank you very much for joining me on the 10th edition of the program 5 Minutes Talk. 5 Minutes Talk is brought to you by Light to Youth, helping youth in their work with God. Please do not forget to like and follow our page. Thank you very much.